Good evening, guys, and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. I think I was telling you guys in yesterday's vlog how Matthew's like tugs competitions, like their tug of war fraternity, sort of like their big competition that they end up doing, that it got rescheduled because of the thunderstorms that were going on tonight, which originally was supposed to thunderstorm Jack looked from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Which it didn't. It only stormed like one time during the day, and then once like right around the time when they were supposed to be having their tugs. However, they ended up actually still, I guess there was a problem with one of the other fraternities that were competing, and Friday like wasn't going to be able to work for them. Like they had some other commitment or something like that that was going on, I think, like Matthew was saying. And so if they were to have done the matches that were supposed to be today, tomorrow, one of the teams would have like had to forfeit or something like that. So they were trying to keep the game, the competition today. So they ended up still having it. However, it didn't start until I think 8 o'clock for the first match. Matthew's match was the second match. It didn't start until 9 o'clock, and I think the first match went like 3 rounds. So his didn't start until after 9 o'clock. So we drove 45 minutes away tonight, where, like I said, we weren't originally planning on it, and we thought yesterday night it was canceled. And then Matthew sent us a text during the day today and was like, oh no, they're talking about still trying to have it. And like my dad was saying, he was like, well, they should have just like not have potentially canceled it to begin with, and then just ended up trying to change the time or whatever it was. Because it's funny watching the Cubs, the baseball game today, like I was trying to watch it before I left, and they did the same thing. They ended up delaying it because they knew that, like, again, too, the storm was going to blow through. But then by nighttime, we didn't get any rain. It didn't rain at all on us, so that was really nice. But it was super soggy outside. I stepped in so many puddles too, and I was wearing like, because I knew last year we ended up going and they had it at a different field than they did this year. But where they had it last year too, I remember just like walking through puddles, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure to wear some, kind of like garbage gym shoes, and that way my good gym shoes won't be ruined, because that's what I was gonna wear. So I wore those. However, I stepped in so many puddles that my mesh old gym shoes were soaking wet, and so were my feet by the end of the night. So they had, like I said, the competition, and originally it was really warm out today, and I was like, I'm gonna look ridiculous bringing a jacket or a sweatshirt or something like that, other than like I was just wearing this, and I brought my little like rain jacket kind of thing. Well, that we ended up having to get our like trash, like garbage blanket out of the trunk of the car. We normally just leave it back there, because if we're hauling something, like, we get like pea gravel when we were doing a lot of that, and we still like will pick up some of that stuff, or like potting soil, like that kind of thing. We just don't want the car to get ruined, so we have like a garbage sort of blanket that we just use in the back seat of the car. But me and my mom were both so cold, because we didn't, like I said, I wasn't even, I planned for like rain, I planned for, like I said, I was prepared with the, like I said, the garbage gym shoes. I wasn't prepared for the cold, and so it was freezing cold out, and we had to use, like I said, the blanket out of the back seat of the car. So ended up working out. We ended up staying. We watched the match. They won, so they're advancing to Saturday now. But again, too, I edited and uploaded today, which I told you guys I've been not very good about doing recently, but I stayed on top of it. I ended up doing that today. Again, I thought that we weren't up until sort of later in the afternoon. I kind of thought that we weren't doing anything or like going anywhere. I knew my mom had to pick up Jack's tux for prom tomorrow, and that was the other thing too. So they were going to reschedule it for tomorrow. We weren't sure we were going to be able to go because Jack has prom, so he knew that he most likely wasn't going to be able to go. My dad might have been able to go, but he has a football camp for middle schoolers at the high school tomorrow, like in the afternoon, like late afternoon, like I think 7 o'clock or something like that. So if they would have had the match at the time they had originally had it scheduled today, tomorrow, my dad might have been able to go, I think. And then but me and my mom were actually actually, my mom had asked if just like the two of us wanted to go. So we were like, gonna go and do that tomorrow, but it got, again, scheduled for today. Anyways, though, guys, we were out until about 11 o'clock at night on a school night, a work night. By the time Matthew's, like I said, his competition was over around 10 o'clock-ish or so. And I think a little bit earlier than that even. And by the time the drive home, like I said, we were home close to about 11 o'clock. Maybe it was like 10:30 at the earliest, but it was, I think, again, closer to 11. So I came home. I didn't really end up having dinner before we left. So I came back home, ended up eating dinner, but I was so tired because I actually woke up this morning early at about 9 o'clock. So while I'm eating, I was falling asleep. I ended up actually falling asleep while eating my food and watching TV because, like I said, I was so tired. So I took a little nap. I'm gonna go get in the shower now and get to bed, but like I said, it was, you know, kind of a fun last minute kind of thing that, you know, we weren't expecting, but I ended up getting all the stuff done, like I said to you, for the most part today that I had planned on anyway, but it was just like very crammed in, and like, you know, again too, we were out very late, and I expected to, like I said, to kind of be asleep early today, because I woke up so early and I went to bed late last night, so I only actually got a handful of hours of sleep, and so I was like, okay, I can go to bed early tonight. You know, no, that didn't end up happening. Like I said, I came home, ate, then took a nap. Now I'm gonna take a shower, then get to bed. But me and my mom also too, we had to run out and go pick Jack's Tux up, and we also had to stop at Joann's because my mom was originally going to order him a is it boutonniere? I was gonna say corsage. From like, we actually have our friend, she did mine and Matthew's, I think, for prom, like our flowers for prom, but she actually works in the floral department at our Jewel Osco, and she's worked at Jewel for like a really long time, but like recently in the last couple years, she ended up, and I think maybe sometimes she still works as a cashier as well, but she just recently started working, like I said, not recently, but like I think the amount of time since like I known, like because she's actually the my babysitter who I babysat for 2 or I think it was 3, maybe 3-4 summers ago now. That's like her mom, like his grandma, and so she, like I said, she worked there for a while, and so I say recently, it was probably, again too, when I was in high school, it's close to, you know, almost 10 years ago now, but I think from like, again, the time she started working at Jewel till now, it seems like it's kind of just recently, I guess. But I think she did mine. I don't actually know. Maybe she just did Matthew, so maybe it is a little bit more recent, but so my mom went there though, but the flower like department wasn't open yet. It's because she went so early. She like dropped him off at school and went over there, so she just ended up picking up flowers, but she needed the, like, to make him one, but she needed pins and like what's it called, like the flower tape kind of stuff, if you guys know what I mean, like the mesh stuff, whatever it is. So we stopped at Joann's too because it was right near there, or Michael's or something, I don't know, the craft store, and picked that up while we got Jack's Tux. Then we came back home, and he was lifting, so he couldn't come with us to like try it on or anything like that, but then he ended up coming home, tried it on, we, you know, gave it to him, everything fits, and anyways, he's all good to go to prom tomorrow. We still ended up keeping our original plans to go to Matthew's thing tonight. So again, too, Jack is still, you know, was still able to go and see, you know, Matthew's competition and everything. And then on Saturday, like I said, that'll be back to normal. But tomorrow, at least for me too, especially, I can kind of relax. I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have anything to do for the most part. Again, too, it's just kind of like getting Jack off to school. He does have a half day tomorrow, and then he'll be home, so I just have to make sure that I unlock the door when he gets home, and because my mom has a doctor's appointment, so Jack has to walk home, and then after that he'll be getting ready and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and then he's leaving, and then, like I said, my dad has, you know, like everybody else actually has stuff going on tomorrow. I'm the only person that doesn't, and I'm like, okay, I can relax. Like I said, maybe get to some more editing and uploading tomorrow and that kind of stuff, but again, I was able to get a handful of things done today. It's just You know, like I said, it was a little, I would have liked to have edited a little bit more tonight as well, because I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch the Cubs game, you know, and again, too, it was like, oh, it got pushed back and everything because the rain delay, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. And like I said, too, like, I don't even if we go over, I think honestly the last time we as a family have like stayed out this late was probably where we're coming home at like 11 o'clock at night, or like I said, after 10 o'clock. Like it was, I think maybe my cousin's wedding might have been the last time. Other than that, like we, you know, like maybe my parents would go out and they'd stay out later, you know, again, something like that, whatever, again, whatever it is. But as far as like us going out and like all driving home and like being gone like that, like other than I guess football games, like high school football games on Friday nights when Jack was playing, some of those, if they were a little bit further away, it might take us about that long to get home, but we might get down, you know, home around that time. But like still, I was like, there's been very few times where like we're all gone this late, and especially on a weeknight. So like I said, Jack came home immediately, went to bed. My dad is normally asleep by 8 o'clock at least, or close to it, so he was getting home about 11 o'clock. He probably, again, too, didn't even fall asleep right away. Yeah, like I said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat some, you know, like I had some leftovers from yesterday night, or, you know, the other night I ended up making, and I had some blackberries, and I was like, okay, this is great. I was eating the blackberries, I literally fell asleep, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even finish eating these. So, that's how tired I was. And like I said, now I'm like, I need to take a shower and get to bed because I am exhausted. My eyes, like, and on top of that too, like my makeup just feels heavy, like my my eyes feel heavy, and I'm like, is that because I'm tired, or because I have like makeup on right now? But no, I think it was because I was actually really tired, and like I said, I just finally fell asleep, and now, like I said, I need to get in the shower and get to bed. But I took a nice long nap, and now this is gonna totally screw up my sleep schedule too, because it's like I took a nap, then was up, now I'm going back, you know, to take a shower and then go back to bed. But anyways, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.